Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Queensanity, and today I am going to be showing you how I created these beautiful brochures on my own. So before we begin, just please subscribe, help a girl out. So the first thing you want to do is you actually want to draw out your brochure. It's going to help you to create your brochure. It's like a draft. And then you want to go ahead and head over to Canva and type in brochure. One of the things I really love about Canva is they have so many different options, and it's about $12.99 a month. If you are a business owner, then invest in your business. It's 12 bucks, 13 bucks. Okay, so I've already decided to take this one. Now, I know this is weird, but this is actually a funeral TriFold, but I like how clear it was with just like the basic like plants on it, and my products are herbal, natural, so I didn't want too much, and I knew I was going to be putting a lot of words on there, so I didn't want the background to be so crazy. So now all I'm doing is I'm just adding my logo in there, and when you do get the Premiere Canva, you're able to make the background, basically take out the background, make it transparent. So you definitely want that. And I'm just adding my name here, Queensanity, herbal, natural hair and skincare products. So you can add your name and then what your company is about. So I went ahead and did that there. And then you'll see me make a lot of changes to like font sizes, making it in the middle, the centering the font. Here I'm just copying and pasting the little plant stick, leaf, whatever you want to call it, and I'm gonna put it on both sides. Now when you're doing that, it's a little arrow at the bottom to let you turn it, so that's what I did. I just went ahead and turned it. Now usually Canva allows me to, when you push that position button, you're able to put it in the back of whatever photo you want it to be behind, but for some reason it wasn't doing it, and I kept trying, so I just went ahead and moved down my name and went ahead and moved down my logo so that I can put the little leaf on top. So you see I kept pushing, like, where is it? It's supposed to say move backwards, but I don't know why it wouldn't allow me to do it at that time. So anyway, I'm just adjusting the leaf here so that it won't go over my logo. And you will see in, you know, more of the video of me actually going through and putting it behind certain products or pictures. Now here I'm just changing the colors of everything. My colors are green, purple, and gold. So I am going to also change the font as well. Now the font I absolutely love is called Bright. It's my favorite font on here. My actual font is Lobster 2, but it's in cursive and a lot of people just can't read it. So I wanted something that was bold, still looking, you know, kind of elegant, so I chose the Bright for my font. Make sure that all your font adds up, you know, they all look the same. You don't want font different, so the only font that I have that's different is on my logo, and I was okay with that. So here I am just fixing the front part of the cover. I liked it a lot. I was done with that. I thought that was really nice, so I'm gonna move on. So now I'm gonna be putting basically my story, because I think it's important for an owner to tell their story, especially when you're selling products like mine. So for me, telling my story of how I lost my edges, how my hair was burnt up from just dyeing it and frying it, and how I got it back healthy using herbs and using my own products. It helps out a lot when it comes to selling, and it also helps with just people staying consistent, you know. And I did put the years on there, but you guys will see that. So right here, I'm just putting owner's hair journey. I was going to put about my journey, but that's all the same, my hair journey. So I just went ahead and erased that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just enlarge this so it can cover up the top part of the page. And that's important to make sure that your texts are being viewed. You know, you want people to see them right away. Right here, I am going to, basically what I did was I took the leaf and I did the transparency, and I knocked the transparency down so that it can go behind the text, still be behind there, but not so bright. And then I went ahead and took my photo, and this is of my hair being dyed, my edges lost, my transitioning hair. Hot mess, y'all, hot mess. And then here I'm going to talk about my story. Now, this is a pretty lengthy story. but I was able to fit it all in. So I'm just basically talking about how I decided not to perm my hair since 2015. 2017 I went ahead and chopped, you know, some inches off, and how I had to cut my hair like 3 times within 3 years because my hair was so damaged, and how I started using herbs and cold pressed oils to help heal my scalp. So that's going to be done now, and here I'm working on the middle section, which is the back of the cover of the brochure, sorry. Now in the back of the brochure, you always want to have like some type of information back there, maybe your address, your telephone number, which I do not provide, but I do provide an email address, so you will see me actually adding an email. Here I'm changing my font to bright because, like I said, I want all my font to be the same. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and add in my email address at the bottom of here, and that's pretty much it when it comes to how, you know, contacting me in some form of way. Now that address right there is my P.O. box. Actually, it's not my actual address, but I just did that just to make sure I had a P.O. box and mail could come there and it wouldn't be my address going on the packages. Now right here I typed in social media because I do want to put all my social media platforms on here. I didn't realize I had so many different social media platforms until I started creating this. So I want people to follow me. I want people to tag me. So I just follow us, you know, and tag us. And that's kind of like my little line, and then putting all the social media stuff on there. You always want to have some form of social media. I would say at least 5 different platforms. Yes, at least 5. You want people to be able to see you everywhere, okay? Because some people don't use all of it. They only use one. So you want to make sure that you're on there. So I didn't feel like dealing with that right then and there. And like I said, it is Memorial, so that guy was on there. So I went ahead and removed him. I had to think about what I was going to put on the back, so I just went to doing something else. So here on this left side here, I'm going to be putting how to use the products. So this particular brochure is not only going to go in the stores my products are in, it's going to go in every package. So anytime someone orders something from me, they're going to get this in their package as well. So all the way around, it's like a thank you card plus introducing products. There's all kind of stuff in here. So I already have this on a document on how to use my products. So what I end up doing, I end up changing this to ways to use. But I end up just going ahead and copying and pasting from my my document, my Google Docs. And I'm just going to go ahead and add, just copy and paste it right into here, into the font. That way I don't have to redo everything. I end up having to go through it and changing a couple things, but for the most part I already had it made out. And you're more than welcome to do that. Go on Google Docs and just go ahead and start typing out what you want to write, or make sure you write it on your draft. So here I'm just going to do, you know, all my hair oils, how you can use all the hair oils, how you can use all the hair sprays, and then how you can use the face serums. I am discontinuing a decent amount of products. So I know that hair oils, hair sprays, and face serum is definitely going to stay. So I didn't add anything else. If you have 5 different types of products, make sure you're adding how to use it or ways to use that particular product so people can know. Okay, so this is all done here, and I'm gonna go up here and just change it. I know that I said ways to use each products. I did change that eventually, but I wanted to make sure people knew this is for individual plus wholesale. I do sell everything in wholesale as well. So I just wanted to make sure they know, hey, if you bought it individual bottles or you bought wholesales, the ways to use everything is the same. And then that way they can tell their customers how to use it. So right here, I'm just kind of looking at it and seeing how, you know, it all lines up. What should I do next? So you're going to be thinking about a lot, like, dang, like, should I do this? Should I do this? So I'm just like staring at it. I'm kind of reading over everything. And then I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and change some stuff. So obviously that was way too high. So I wanted to bring everything down to make it kind of towards the middle of it. You want everything to look like really neat. So you want to go ahead and like move stuff around, make things bigger, smaller, whatever you need to. So right there, I put that leaf behind there, and I'm turning this leaf here so I can put it over here. And then I'm going to go to transparency, and I'm going to dumb down the transparency so it can go behind it. And then same thing here, go down to like 59, and that's what I'm looking like so far. So then I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. And I'm going to move on to the next section, which I'm going to go ahead and do this middle section, which is my best sellers. So what I like about Canva is that you can actually go in and you can create all kind of stuff, but you can also add a lot of pictures and stuff. I didn't like just saying best sellers. I kind of wanted some form of like sticker or something like that. So I went on the left sidebar and just typed in best sellers. And then I just picked one that I felt like, okay, maybe this could work. I erased me typing in the bestseller, and then I went ahead and put that there. I didn't like that either, so I went ahead and deleted that and kept searching. And that's what I said. I just really like Canva, and I love paying at $12.99. It's so worth it to be able to do everything. So now I'm gonna just put this, the bestsellers. It's supposed to be bestsellers, but they didn't have the S on it. I wasn't worried about it. People know what I'm talking about. Here I'm going to go ahead and I am going to upload the pictures that I took. So I basically put the pictures all on like a flat surface, and then took the pictures and then went back in Canva and pretty much just took out the back part and just made it all white. Okay. So here I just looked on Google for a word wholesale, so I can put that up there. And then I just typed in private label. And then I started just adding in all my pictures of my bestsellers. So everything that I put on here, which is 6 different products, and the 6 products out of the 9 that I'm actually keeping, because these are my top sellers. These are the products that makes me the most money. These are the products that are easier to make, doesn't take up too much time. And these are also the products that my analytics said, hey, look, people are buying this. This is making you this much money. So I'm just following along with what my analytics are saying. And it is actually working for me. It's doing really good. Okay, so now I'm going ahead and I'm doing the the little plant. And you can see I'm like moving it around and just trying to position it. And mind you, this is in the back. So you need to push position backwards. And this is all going to be in the back of your photos. So now I'm just typing in exactly what it was. I was going to do a whole description, but I feel like, you know what? Nope. I want you to come back to my site and I want you to look at it and I want you to purchase. So, hey, this is what I have. And then you can go look at whatever's needed to look at so you can buy. But I wanted it kind of like a catalog type / like just thank you / hey, here's some more products, just in case you didn't see it, because I am on Etsy and sometimes they'll just type in something, they'll see it, they'll buy it, and they won't actually see my whole page. So this is going to be pretty much like an infographic card, along with how to use, along with my story, along with, hey, I sell wholesale. Some people really love my products and they come back and they just get wholesale. I've had it happen multiple times. Like, hey, I'm just going to buy a big bottle of this. Like, okay. So the background, I didn't like, it was just so white. So I went ahead and I changed the color, and I really love this color. It like popped out to me more than that white color. And here I'm going in changing the back of those flowers to just make them a little bit lighter. So, okay. So ways to use. I just feel like it just wasn't giving me, like, I don't know, something was missing with this brochure. So I'm just messing with it now, trying to figure out what's going to go there, what color, what's going to look like, what's going to look right. You're going to go through so many different little ways of doing stuff, and it's okay. You want to test out and see how exactly this works. So then I decided on this little shape right here. And that is on the left column. You can go to shapes and you will see all the shapes there. So, and I was like, oh, okay, that's okay. You know, it's better than not having like anything right there. I wanted it to really stand out and not blend in so much. And then I'm just letting everyone know that my products do expire in a year. So I'll put that on the bottom so that they know I am in a process of doing new labels. I wanted to put like the caution sign, like, hey, look here, but I was like, nah, that's just going to throw the whole brochure off. Like I said, you're going to go through so many changes. Like right now I'm going through greens to try to figure out what color is going to be best for that. So now here I am doing all my wholesales, and I'm removing the background off of them so it won't be that white nasty background, make the picture look silly. And then I named it Queensanity Brochure. So here you just see me going ahead and trying to adjust everything. Sometimes your pictures may come out a little lopsided. I don't know why it does that when I'm taking them on a straight table. It's weird. it is what it is at this point. Like, I'm not redoing anything. So I'm making it smaller, so trying to come down. You'll see me just going through and naming everything. What I ended up doing was copying the cockadoo plum and pasting it, and then keep going back and retyping in different names, because I wanted to make sure the font was the same. I didn't feel like keep going to, text and writing in a different text all the time. Like, just copy and paste makes it so much easier. Copy and paste is going to be your best friend. Okay, don't forget to copy and paste. If you like a box that you made, copy that box and paste it. Don't keep making new boxes and making new stuff. It takes a lot of time. So here in the wholesale, I'm just telling them how many ounces they can get. We have 32 to 640 ounces available. Okay, now I'm going back up here. So I kind of figured, I was going to do like, hey, free shipping, or international shipping or whatever, but I end up not, doing that at all. Oh, and then I don't know how my plant went missing, so I had to like go put it back. Anyway, so I wanted to see some examples of different brochures. You're more than welcome to do that. Go look at other brochures and see, just some examples of what it looked like. So when I went back to Canva, I kind of was scrolling through the brochures to see what people had on the back of them. And I kind of got a couple little ideas, like the stay in touch that I got from there. And I kept looking back and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing. So I got all my little social media icons. I have Instagram. I have Facebook. I have an Etsy page. I also have a website as well. So I wanted to get the World Wide Web. And I was just copying and pasting my name. Copy and paste, y'all. Copy and paste. I promise you, you're going to love it. And so I have Facebook. What else do I have? And then I realized that putting it in the center would be better. It just makes more sense. So it just looks a little bit better. So like I said, I didn't realize I had so many different like pages. And I'm like, wait a minute, some of these pages have the same name. So I need to like put them whatever name is, whatever logo under the name in which all of them are under. So my Pinterest and my TikTok is Queensanity LV. My Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, that's a different one, Queensanity, so Instagram, QueenSanityshop. So here I said, you know what? I really just don't like this plainness. I need something else. So I grabbed this little box, and this box was such a headache. So annoying trying to fix this little box, but I'm so happy I did it. It made it look really nice, really clean. I just didn't like the products like standing alone, anything. So anything with a name or something big type of text, I went through and I just copied the box and I just kept pasting the box, just to get me that shape. And I changed the owner's hair journey to red. So you see all my texts are like red. Red is a color that pops out to the eye. So if you don't know about like color, anything with like red and green, people love it. For some reason, the eye attracts it really well. So here I'm just going through copying and pasting, and basically the transparency of everything, I am making it lighter so it can be in the background. And like I said, I just realized I was missing stuff. First of all, I've totally forgot why to choose Queensanity. So I had to add that. And I also had to add to check out our 40% off discontinuing sale on. I just put a little Etsy logo by it. And then here I'm coming here and I'm just like looking over everything. You're going to keep going over it, keep checking, keep looking. That was like not centered. Something was wrong. So I had to go back in, make that a little bit smaller, kind of bring it down a tad bit. I know it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. But once you're done and you see the results and you like, oh my God, I created this, you feel so good. Like, I felt amazing. I did, especially when she was printing it out and she was like, the lady at the counter even gave me a compliment. She's like, it looks really nice. And one of my really good friends, she's a business owner, and she's like, girl, that should look professional. So I'm like, okay, good. I did a really, really good job. So here I'm just kind of playing with it. I had to move that out the way because it was kind of big. So here I'm just kind of like trying to center everything. For some reason, it was so hard trying to center this stuff. So you see those little purple lines that's like coming up? Make sure you follow those lines, like, because they are there for you to make sure you center and everything is like lining up or adding up or whatever, to make it all neat and nice. Mine is a little bit off. Even on my brochure, you can kind of tell it's a kind of a little bit crooked, but not enough to someone would really, really notice like crazy. So now I moved everything down so I can put the why choose Queensanity, just letting them know it's natural products, it's kid friendly, cancer patients can use it, adoption parents can use it. And then I'm just saying, hey, this is made in the USA. It's a women-owned business, and it's also Black-owned. Some people now are only shopping like minority. People are only shopping small businesses. So it's good to put things like that. You might catch someone eye. They might buy from you just because you Hispanic or Black or Asian. Like, I know it's crazy, but that's where we at right now. Okay, now the boxes. I was like, you know what? It's just too plain. Let me go ahead and add these boxes like to each product, and I feel like it came out really nice with the boxes because it kind of solidified it and made it like an individual instead of having like it all on the page. And you can see here I'm just moving it around, and like I said, copy and paste, guys. I was like, what am I doing? Copy and paste this box. It should be the same size, which helped me out a lot because you can see I pretty much kept copying and pasting everything, and all I would do was move the product around or the words, the text around to fit that box. That way every box can be exactly the same. Okay, so now I'm just going in and moving everything forward to see. Now I was moving the text forward just so you can see the text over the box, because some of the text, like you see the turmeric anti-aging spray was like over, see the text was like a little bit over the box, so I had to kind of like move it down. So here you just kind of got to like play with it. Make sure that your boxes are all lining up. And I said, oh, okay, my font is way too big. Let me go ahead and make my font a little bit smaller. Make some of my pictures a little bit smaller to go ahead and fit in. So like I said, you're going to play around with everything, you know, a lot. You're going to really start seeing, just all I can say is just keep zooming in and zooming out after you do like one page so you can see how it look. And you see right here I'm like zooming out. I forgot to do the why Queensanity in the bright text, so I went ahead and did that. But like I said, just keep zooming in and like zooming out and going over your picture. And then now I felt comfortable enough to say, okay, now let's work on the wholesale. So same exact box, all I did was just like copy and paste it, and then made my boxes a little bit smaller for the wholesale, because I realized that that box up top that says wholesale and the buy more, save more, gain more is a little bit bigger. And I did make the font a little bit smaller as well. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. All right, now you can see I'm like kind of like zooming out, and I'm just like looking at everything, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is not bad at all. Good job, Jasmine. So then I kept naming it like 3, 4, 5, 6, because every time I would change it, I needed to make sure that it was properly changed correctly. But you see that box is a little bit too far up, so I'm gonna zoom in real quick. You see that box is like no space between that and the first gallons. So I'm gonna make the font a little bit smaller and shorten the box just a tad bit, just to make sure that the boxes have space, and it made it look really nice. No one probably would have noticed that, but I noticed that. So it's gonna be things that you notice is gonna irritate the hell out of you. But you know, you want it to look really nice. You know, I think that turned out so good. I love that I changed the color of the background. I'm just absolutely pleased with it. And I pulled it up on a PDF so you guys can see, and I'm just kind of going over, and it's just a way for me to look at it as well. So I went to Office Depot, and she printed out on a 28-pound laser paper. And here is the brochure and what it looked like. Really clean. It got a slight little gloss to it, not too much. And you see I'm folding it over, and you see the owner's story is right there. So as soon as they open it, they get the owner's story, and then that's the top. So you definitely got to know where to put what. You can follow mine if you want to, no problem, because that's how your brochure is going to come out. You just make sure you following how I did it. So that's the brochure. It came out really nice. So here's how I'm packaging mine. I did create this infographic for wholesale, and then my business card I created on Vista. I got these little poly bags from Uline, and I'm gonna stick all of them into the little poly bags. And it does have like this little seal little thing on it, so you can, you know, stick it to there. But I bought like 1,000 of these little thank you things from Amazon, so I just wanted to make sure that I used them. They were like $6, and I'm gonna link everything down below, of course. But yeah, so some of them gonna have the wholesale in it, and then some of them not gonna have the wholesale, and I know which one's which because they're brown. So no wholesale, and every order will get that. It looks really, really, really good. I am actually really satisfied, except for a couple little things I'm gonna change, but other than that, we're good. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe.